Hi everyone out there, my name is Dustin Hopkins, also known as the Classic Video Game Nerd. I know we've done a lot of shows up to this point in time, and obviously there were classic game reviews. Tonight's a bit different in spite of my name. We're going to review a great system. Now, I've told you guys before, Atari Jaguar is probably my favorite game system of all time. But with the launch of the next game system coming out, I think this one contends with it. It's the only one I've ever thought. It's the PS4. But I bought the PS4 for the virtual reality. It's an experience you've never imagined if you haven't tried it before. So there's the PS4. We're going to get talking to that folks right away. But first, a little bit of beer. One sec. So, I'm really excited about tonight's episode actually. This is going to be my favorite episode, yeah, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, the PlayStation 4, it's been around for a couple years now, I think. And I wasn't interested, to be honest with you, I wasn't even interested. I didn't want to look at a PlayStation 4. But then, and I gotta tell you guys, this Thanksgiving long weekend, we're right near the end, so I'm celebrating tonight. It's my long weekend, that's what this is. Okay, going back to it. I played a PS4 VR for the first time in Kelowna Orchard Park Mall. We're filming this from Vernon, that's where I live now. But I couldn't believe how amazing it was, so at that point in time, I decided immediately I'd be getting a PS4 in VR, and here we are. Just a second. Good beer. Let me just check something 1 second. Right on, we're still taping. Oh, this is an awesome night tonight. Very excited, just a second. One thing you might want to know is you should stick to, if you do buy a PlayStation 4 and VR, I'm just warning you, stick to the good games please, because there's been some shitty games that I couldn't believe even made it to the PS4 and yet people like it. I'm not going to name names, so I don't think it'd be nice, but stick to the good games, and we're going to talk about that pretty soon because I got a bunch. Yeah, but the PS4, it's so amazing. This is the Slim Edition, okay? I think it's also called the Core. It's a slightly smaller version than the Pro. And I want to tell you guys about this. Don't fall for what they say. If they say you need a Pro for good VR, don't believe that. Because this runs it exactly the same. It's awesome. 1 second. Good beer. As I was saying, it's a Slim Edition. If you're looking for a PS4 VR, you have no problem trying this slightly smaller edition that I bought here too. Super good, one terabyte memory. Yeah, and it's cool. PlayStation, since it came out, the original PlayStation 1, I think it was called, came out in 1995, I believe. Sony's stuck to their heritage and still runs the same type of controller, which I like. It's probably my favorite game system controller out of all the game systems in history. The way it feels, the way it looks, it's totally awesome. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, the PS4 is great. I actually got one right here I'm going to show you guys. Boom, there it is. Okay. I don't like showing this to everyone because it's really expensive. I don't want it to go missing. This is the Sony PlayStation 4 VR. It's super cool. It's comfortable. And the great thing about it, it has 360 viewing. So when you're in your game, you can look 360 degrees all the way around and you're completely engaged in the virtual reality world that Sony PlayStation made for us. So one second. We're going to talk about the good games soon, but first we're going to continue talking about the PS4 itself in the VR. Okay, yeah, so the PS4 VR, if you buy it, you should probably pick up some of these too. Okay, these are designed to fit the PlayStation VR headset here. Okay, so it goes over, you put it on, it's totally awesome. These things have great sound. So if you don't have any great sounding stereos or anything at home, buy a pair of these and you can run them right off your Walkman, or if you want to, because it's the same connection. Like the VR headset has a port right here, and it's just a universal port, so you can plug any kind of head. I think it actually comes with some earphones, but they're really shitty. You gotta get some of these. This was only like 50 or 60 bucks. So, excuse me. Thank you. 1 second. We're having fun tonight. This is good. Okay. Let's just, we'll come back to the PlayStation VR soon. Actually, just let me check something real quick here. Good. We're still rolling. Okay, so let's start with, this one was my favorite game for the PlayStation 4 VR initially. It's probably the first game I bought for it, and I'm really glad I did, because it's a great game, you guys. Here it is. Bravo Team, PS4 VR, amazing game. You're completely engulfed in the virtual reality world that PlayStation made for us in this game, but it runs on rails. So basically, you move from location to location like that, and yeah, it's awesome. Because some games, when it's full 3D control, they can make you sick. Which I only find that happens to me now with Elder Scrolls Morrowind. I still keep in my game though, because I'm going to keep trying until maybe my brain adjusts to it so I don't get motion sickness. But you don't get that with this game, okay folks? It's Bravo Team and it runs on rails, but you still look every which way and you're completely involved in a 3D environment. Very awesome, very awesome. Oh, 1 second, thank you. Okay. Yeah, and the great thing about this game is there's 3 different difficulty levels. I like Rookie because that way you have unlimited handgun ammunition, which is super fun. I don't know if I said this in my earlier episodes, but I was a real big fan of the original Halo for the original Xbox, because the pistols were so fun. Like, if you shoot the guy between the eyes, he would die right away. It's just like that in Bravo Team, so it's so fun. You bust out the pistol and they shoot at the guys. Oh, it's so awesome. And it's if you like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you're gonna like this game times a billion, because it's 3D, it's virtual reality. There you have it. 1 second. That's really good beer. Okay, let's give it a sec. Okay, we're gonna talk more about the PlayStation 4 soon, but I don't want this to be too long a video because I want to keep you guys as entertained as much as possible. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. This is one of my favorite games of all time. It's amazing. The virtual reality experience is probably the best in this game over every game made in history for virtual reality comparison. Resident Evil 7. It's hard though. Like, there's a lot of complex puzzles, but I'm speeding up beating this game because I ordered this strategy guide off eBay a week ago, which I'm waiting for, hopefully coming in my mail soon. It's gonna guide, that way if I get stuck, I just look it up, boom, know what to do. Super good game. Oh, I can't tell you. You got to be a little bit brave with this one though, like, because the virtual reality, it's pretty awesome, and it's more like a ride. Like if you ever went on a roller coaster or something like that, this game is sort of more like that. You got to be brave, but it's so fun. One sec. One second. Okay, folks, we're still rolling. Let's get back to Resident Evil quickly. Oh, this game is just amazing. It couldn't have been made any better than what it was. And like, I feel bad for people that miss out on these virtual reality Sony PlayStation 4 games, because they're really missing out. But I wouldn't recommend starting at this one. I think you guys, and especially if you have kids, go with Bravo Team, man. Like, this game's just plain old fun. It's not scary at all. It doesn't make you motion sickness. Get Bravo Team if you get the PlayStation 4 VR. But if you want to take it a step further, you want more virtual reality, you want more like real life, then, and you gotta be a bit brave, I would suggest Resident Evil 7 Biohazard here. Just a sec, guys. Okay, one more time. Resident Evil. It's really cool how it starts out and everything. You start out in the woods after parking your car, and then you come across a gate which is locked. So you have to go through the woods. There's this like little cutscene. You go through the woods and enter the house, and basically immediately starts spooky as hell. If you like scary games, man, this is the shiznick. Or if you like real 3D games and real virtual reality, the closest to virtual reality, like real world reality, this game does it. Because, yeah, you can walk any direction, and it works fun with a dual shock controller. Yeah, it's totally, you're engulfed in this amazingly detailed, cool world. I'd actually play, this is one of the games I played just to cruise the environment. But there's a game that's even better than this one, which I just got 3 days ago, and I just beat it last night. It doesn't take, it's only like a 3 or 4 hour game, but it's amazing. If you like virtual reality, and you just like having a good time, this game's for you. Here it is. The Inpatient. This game is so awesome. Like, I love the virtual reality. The only reason why I bought the PS4 was for the virtual reality, which is so good. I can't explain to you guys and girls out there how good it is until you try it yourself. One second. Back to the Inpatient. I was lucky I came across this game when I did. I got it for $30 brand new at Walmart, and that was good because this game's a lot better than I thought it would be. It takes place in the 50s in a psychiatric homes or a psychiatric hospital, but the psychiatric hospital is like way out in the boonies, like it's out in the woods, and it's a world famous hospital as a result of that. You start out in a room with another guy, and you're stuck in that room for like an hour. It's not that long, probably only like half an hour. But you can choose what you want to say and stuff, which is really neat. And you can use the voice command that the PlayStation 4 has. So instead of having to choose it manually with the controller, you can just say it, and it'll access it for you. Yeah, you're stuck in like a room with this other guy in a psych ward, and occasionally you have sleeps here and there, And then occasionally the nurse comes in and gives you a sandwich. You can pick it up and eat it with the DualShock controller. It's kind of cool. Very realistic. Very realistic. Yeah, so it's in the 50s and it's got that eerie 50s music, which is so cool. And, oh, just a second. Yeah, so it takes place in the 50s. Eventually you break out of your cell, and you can hear it gets scary at that point for the first time. All you have is a flashlight, and you got to navigate yourself through the hospital trying to escape. Eventually you do. It has a really nice ending. Wow, I gotta admit that. So you work your way through the hospital, and at the bitter end, you finally find some other people. They almost hate you. They scare you at first. They're gonna kill you because you almost became like, they're basically like these zombie things that like have been killing people, and the reason why this hospital shut down. So you get, at the very end, you meet this guy. He's like running the gondola, which goes from the hospital down to town. So finally, after like painstakingness, you get into the gondola with like 3 other healthy people, and you guys get down the mountain safe. It's really cool. The ending was awesome. Just like okay. Excuse me. Burping a little bit here. Okay, folks, so if you don't mind a little bit scary, this isn't as scary as Resident Evil 7, which we talked about earlier, but it does have its scary moments. I found, and as time goes on, it got less and less scary, which was good, because I don't like too scary a game. So The Inpatient, it's awesome, get it. Like, I mean, if you guys got a PS4, you're going to want this game. Please understand that PlayStation says you have to be at least 12 years old to play it. PlayStation VR, and that's especially the case when you play something like, boom, Resident Evil 7 or, boom, The Inpatient, because they're really scary. And in my opinion, it's too much of a roller coaster ride for a child. Like, this is more for people 14 and up at least. Yeah. Awesome game though. I'm really glad I beat this the other night. Yeah, actually Bravo Team was made by the same company as Inpatient, and they're both amazing games from Sony Entertainment. So awesome. Like, the video game industry has changed forever thanks to the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 really changed the gaming for forever with the release of the virtual reality, because we've never had this kind of technology before with the PlayStation VR, which is right there, but anyhow, I already showed you guys that. PlayStation VR, it's so good. I played it for 10 minutes at the Kelowna Orchard Park Mall, and I couldn't believe how good it was. And I was hooked right away. I said, yeah, I told the woman that was working there, I'm like, I'm getting a PS4 now, right away, and a VR, and I did. And I'll never regret it. It came up, I have a discount warrant, and it came up to like $800 or something. About 800 with that was the PlayStation Slim version and the VR headset. And I think with one game or something, it's like $800, but that's probably the best $800 I've ever spent. Okay, folks, just give me a second. Alright, just 1 second, guys. Okay, folks, that's a wrap, man. Our episode tonight, the PlayStation 4 and the PS4 VR. We got to review it. We talked a little bit about the games here. Super awesome. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I'll be hopefully doing another episode soon. We'll review something else, but tonight I reviewed the PS4 and the PS4 VR. one of my favorite game systems of all time. It's the only game system in history I like as much as the Atari Jaguar. And that's that. You guys already know that's my favorite game system, the Atari Jaguar, but I like the PS4 just as much, basically, as the Atari Jaguar, and it's going to go down as one of the greatest game systems of all time. Thank you, Sony. Thank you, PlayStation. Thank you, PlayStation VR. We had a good show tonight. We had some beers. We listened to a little bit of 80s music. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'll find that out later. We had a good time tonight, you know, and I'll be making some episodes in the future. It's going to be fun. So we'll see you guys later. I'm Dustin Hopkins, the classic video game nerd. Tonight we reviewed a modern game system, but that's okay. Sometimes I need to do that to get things done. So, all right, you guys can record this show if you get it somehow. You can record it from me. I don't care. I'll ship it to you, whatever. This is the awesome movie that I made for you guys tonight. All right, I gotta go. Have a good night. I'm Dustin Hopkins, classic video game nerd. Bye.